part of the difficulty of solo travel journeying is actually starting your first trip. And what I mean by that is your whole life you're always waiting on other people for you to start, getting some plans going. Whether it be you're going to the city, you're going to meet up with a friend group, or it could be like work related, like you're starting a business and you need a team. And the thing about solo traveling is you don't need anyone to start that. You're self-employed in a sense, if I could draw an analogy. But you're solo traveling by yourself. You don't have to wait on anyone. You work on your own itinerary, and that does something to you as a person. You don't have to wait on anyone. And I've curated some videos that would probably help with the motivation of starting something like solo traveling. These are people who have solo traveled themselves. I myself, I could tell you my experiences as a solo traveler, but I think it's very helpful hearing other people's experiences as well. So I think we should get right into the meat of this. And if you like this video, please leave a like, because that does a lot to help the channel. And let's get into things. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie, solo traveling is a little intimidating at first. I was intimidated myself as well, but it's once you get used to it, it's like a life hack, and it makes you grow so much because you learn to not have to wait for anyone to do the things that you want. So obviously traveling with friends is really fun, but there's just times that you just want to vibe by yourself. And like right now I'm at the pool. I came all the way to Denver because there's a hurricane happening right now in Florida, and I just didn't want to sit through a week of gray skies and just negative vibes. So I was like, you know what? I've never been to Denver without the snow. I always come when it's snowing. Let's check it out. Booked a room at the Gaylord, and that's it. It has beautiful amenities, and it has a lazy river. The weather.
Yeah, no, the great thing when you're solo traveling is it's sort of like you start doing things, just because you feel like it. That was like a big thing that I realized when I was in Romania. I started I was like starting my trip to Romania, and I wasn't really planning on visiting Ukraine, but then I saw that I mean I had the ability to, and since I was by myself, I didn't have to check in on with anyone else in my group, because that's the thing with like group traveling. Like you need to make sure everyone else is okay. And for a trip like going to Ukraine while the war is going on, that definitely I could see people having a problem with. Yeah, for sure.
The weather's beautiful. There's barely any clouds in the sky, and that's it. And then now the best part about this is that you get to enjoy yourself, and you're also growing as a person, because now you're forced to try things that you typically wouldn't want to do on your own, talk to people that you typically wouldn't try to talk to because you're at the comfort of having your friends around you. And you meet people, you make new experiences, new memories, and it literally makes you grow as a person. It's crazy. So highly recommend solo traveling to anyone that maybe hasn't had the chance to yet. I know this is obviously nothing crazy compared to like traveling to, I don't know, Japan by yourself. That's you got to work your way up there, but this is how you start. So just putting it out there.
Yeah, he traveled domestically, it seems, from Florida to Colorado. Or is Denver in Colorado? I forget if he said that. But yeah, no. But he did it on a small scale. When you're traveling internationally, of course, it's going to be varying in levels of difficulty. But, travel is travel. It's if you've done it once, like, it's easy to do it again. And yeah, no, you could obviously tell how relaxed he is because, he's by himself, and, he has the freedom to talk to strangers if he wants. And, you really get more out of your shell when you're solo traveling.
People that travel, no matter what, they're not waiting for anybody. They constantly get that message from friends or family members that say, oh, thanks for the invite. Once you're posting the pictures or you're sharing, oh, catching this flight, going here, doing this, all of a sudden they're telling you thanks for inviting them. When in reality, you probably did invite them months ago when you were planning it, or you've invited them on these kind of things before and they continuously decline.
Yeah, no, that's the thing when you're inviting other people to things. You're never sure if they're actually even wanting to go in the first place. Like I had an experience recently when I was like inviting a friend to the city. We were going to see a concert, and I offered to pay for their ticket, and they I mean, who doesn't want to go to a free concert? And it was a Dave Blunt's concert. Like, but not everyone's gonna be in agreement with or in agreement with your plans, and that's the luxury of solo traveling is you don't have to check in with other people. So this lady gets it.
They don't give you an answer. There's always an excuse. They can't commit. And you're someone that's just not going to wait. You're not going to wait around for it to be the right time for them, because it may never be the right time. They're going to do things on their own time, but right now it's your time. You want to travel, you want to do things, even if that means you have to do it alone sometimes. You're not afraid of that. And the reality is it's scary. Traveling alone sometimes can be very scary, but there's so many people that say, I'm not going to let that stop me from experiencing life or experiencing this place or this thing that I really want to do, And I think if we constantly continue to wait for people or other people to kind of validate, can we do this, or is this the right time, or is that too much money, you're never going to do those things, because everybody has a different timing. Everybody has a time frame when they want to do things, and there's some people just never come around to doing it. So you just decide, I'm going to do it with or without people.
Yeah, yeah, she hit the nail on the head. When it comes to things in life, there's going to be, when you make it to a part of your life where you're unsatisfied and you're sort of like stuck in the situation that you are, that tends to happen a lot when you're completely dependent on other people in your life. And I think that if you get to a point in your life when you're self-sufficient and you could do things like solo traveling, I think, that's just great. And I think that's a great benefit to building the skill of solo travel, because, you don't want to be dependent on other people your whole life. I think that a lot of people fall in this trap when they aren't, dependent on themselves. And, so that's one of the great benefits of solo traveling.
Your 20s is for traveling, your 50s is for holidays. The real reason you should prioritize traveling in your 20s is not because you'll make the money back or your 20s is a time for self-discovery. The real reason is that you have the energy. You think that when you're 50, you're going to want to be doing 20,000 steps a day to hit all the tourist spots, the early morning flights. No, you're going to want to be at a resort by the beach. Explore the world now while you still have energy.
Yes, this lady talks about, traveling in your 20s. I make it a point on this channel to travel in your 20s, travel while you're young enough to, not too young, but when you're young enough to, you could still like defend yourself if, trouble arises, because, not all of these countries are going to be safe countries, but, when you still have the energy and you're energetic and you can afford, the ability to do so as well, it's an amazing experience when you're traveling in your 20s and you're doing it alone. That's the thing that I also recommend. Do it alone when you're not with friends. Maybe for your first travel, maybe you'd have to do it in a group, but traveling by yourself, way better in my opinion.
I for real think that if you experience solo traveling, bro, you could do anything. I swear, you got the strength to do anything. First, I think like the first time I went abroad and I was solo travel, I swear I could come. I came back home. I feel like I could do anything. I feel like I could conquer anything. I swear. And if like you don't experience this, like you gotta experience this like one time in your life. Just solo travel, like do your thing, and just see how it go. Cause I swear it turned into one of the best experiences. Like you never know.
Yeah, no, that's the last video of that. But yes, no, 100% agree. When you solo travel, you do feel like you could conquer the world, in a sense. You could do anything you want. And I think part of what, actually helps us succeed in this world is getting that motivation. There's a argument / debate amongst what is better to have, motivation or discipline. And I think at the end of the day, if you can find a way to motivate yourself every day, you won't even need the discipline. At a certain point, I mean, discipline is important. So at a point, the motivation essentially does become, in a sense, the discipline. But the problem with motivation is, are you always going to have that every day, all the time? And the answer to that is no. So that's where discipline would come into play. I think it's a bit of a balance that you have to strike between the two, but solo travel is a great motivator for that. Whenever I'm out of America, I do feel like, I gotta lock in. I remember this video that I was gonna plan on releasing on YouTube. I was making in Germany, and I should release that anyway, like just like as a one-off video. Maybe you guys would be interested, but I was just in Germany, and I was just talking about having the winter arc and like just locking in, and which I feel like I did throughout most of 2025. Like after that trip, if you could see the run that I've been having on this channel, I've been posting pretty consistently, which is a great achievement. I believe. Gotta pat myself on the back a few times for the accomplishments that I've had so far in this year. But I think that's it for this video. And I hope you guys got something out of this. If you have a comment about solo traveling or, just traveling in general, let us know what you think about your personal experience with solo traveling. You can make it about your group travel experience. Where do you plan to go? You might want to be doing the 2026 trip to Japan. Let us know if you're trying to do that. And yeah, if you like this video, leave a like. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe, because I got a lot of content like this on the way. And I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.